Good evening, everybody. I hope you are all doing great. Just confirm me in the chat box if at all I'm audible and visible. Good evening, sir. Thanks for the confirmation. And if at all your parents don't know about this session, ensure you share the link of this session to your parents right now, so that even your parents will also be able to attend. This session will last for just 40 minutes. Okay. But the coming 40 minutes is going to be very important for you in the context of what you're going to face in the coming 10 days. Cool, cool. Thanks for the confirmation, guys. All right. Okay, Aman. No worries. Perfect. So, before I start anything, before I discuss about how and what you should have been doing for the coming 10 days, how should you keep your mindset and everything, just quickly in the chat box, tell me how you're feeling right now about your exam. Whether you're feeling confident, whether you're feeling tensed, you're feeling confused, nervous, whatever you're feeling, just right now, type in the chat box for me. Okay. Everybody is saying nervous, confused, mixed, tensed, confused, unsure, tensed, plus confused, bit nervous, confused, scared, pressurized. I get it. I get it. These are the messages that you are sent, scared of not being able to solve questions. Yes, I get it. I get it. I get it. Just imagine just understand one thing. This is not only you who has been going through this, and throughout the India, whoever is going to appear for this exam has been going through this, and they will be going through this right now. Okay. But the one thing I would say, what you need to concentrate on is right now the process rather than the result. Only the person who is worried about the result gets into scared, gets into fear, gets into nervousness, gets into pressure. And anybody who concentrate on the task at the moment, they will not have any pressure. Okay. I have a surprise for all of you. Okay. Among all you people, whoever is attending this session, we have one person with us who will be, I mean, with whom I'll be taking the coming 20 to 25 minutes of your time and discuss exactly what that person has gone through. And in spite of going through all whatever you are going through, how that person has cracked IPMAT Indore in the last IPMAT 2023 and right now sitting in the IIM Indore. And that person's name is none other than Jishnu Sen. Okay, Jishnu Sen is with us right now. Okay, I'm just going to give the rights to Jishnu Sen to talk. Uh, I and Jishnu Sen, both of us will discuss about what exactly you need to be doing. Let's discuss with Jishnu Sen, understand what Jishnu Sen has gone through at this point of the time, so that you can correlate yourself with Jishnu Sen. Jishnu, just confirm if at all you are able to unmute yourself and talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect. How are you, Jishnu?
Fine, sir. Doing
You're
great
fine.
here.
Doing great. Everybody, all the parents and students, whoever is here, let me just introduce Jishnu Sen to you. He is our student in 2023 year, and he converted IIM Indore, and right now in IIM Indore, pursuing his integrated program for management in and BBA and MBA. Okay, and Jishnu was also the same person who have gone through this phase of your life 10 days before IPMAT. And I am sure Jishnu Sen also has his thoughts. Jishnu Sen also had his nervousness, his pressures. But we would like to now learn today how Jishnu has overcome all of them and how Jishnu has, or what Jishnu has done in order to overcome all of them. Jishnu, before we proceed any further, just tell them what exactly you are done with yesterday in your college. You said you had exams, right?
Yeah. We actually just finished up our midterm examinations. So, for everyone who doesn't know, I'm currently in the third trimester of our first year in IPM in the. So, and we just had our midterm examinations, which are like every examination has certain percentage weight on your grade. So, we had our midterm examinations. Yesterday, we had a drama examination.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a lot of you might not know, but you actually have the option of dance, drama, music here. That is not only is it fun, of course, but it also contributes to your grade if you're good at it, sort of that sort of thing. So yeah, it was an interesting experience. Exams
Very
here
good, Jishnu.
are, they're important, but very learning as well.
Cool. So, Jishnu, let's come to the main point today. Exactly 10 days before your IPMAT exam last year, right? What were your thoughts in your mind?
Well, sir, I was more focused on not giving thoughts because I knew if I kept thoughts in my mind, I'd overthink the whole thing and not do the examination well. But of course, I was, as all these students are, very nervous and confused about how the paper would go, how I would handle like various things in the examination. So I was mainly concerned about the quant section since I have a fair understanding of what I am good at, and verbal ability is one of those things. So quant section I was a little worried about, and I'm sure a lot of you must be worried about that as well. Uh, but yeah, I think there's a few strategies to tackle that, and I did those. For example, I made sure to take regular breaks. Right, first of taking breaks that are productive, not just free time around, are very useful to the examination as well. You can't study for 12 hours just and expect to remember everything. That's one. Another is to keep some variety, right? This of course worked for me personally, but I like to study different aspects of the examination at the time. Like maybe if I'm studying in one day, if I'm studying for 4 hours in the day, say I divided it into 1 hour morning, 1 hour afternoon, 2 hours evening, something like that. So I like to do some topic in the morning, some in the afternoon, some in the evening, which personally helped me. You will also have to, of course, find strategies like these to help you, and I'm sure a lot of you must have.
Cool, Jishnu. Jishnu, just tell me, uh, what were your preparation strategies for the last 10 days of your exam? What were
Right.
you
So,
doing? What were you doing? Yeah.
yeah, prep wise, so last 10 days of an exam is more of a revision thing, right? So you're supposed to, of course, revise as you usually do, but also solve tons of mocks, any mocks that sir has given you, any material that sir is giving you, honestly, because those are crucial for end stage preparations. So those things really help you to understand especially if you can do that at home in an environment which sort of stimulates the exam. Maybe you close the room and you put a timer or whatever. I'm sure a lot of you must be doing these. So those are really helpful in this case. They help to undercut some of the nervousness. They help to stimulate how much time it would take you to solve something. And they really help you to figure out your problem areas and work on the very fine details in the last few days.
Cool. I mean, Jishnu, I have been telling our students that they have to give mocks and they have to analyze each and every question in the mock. Okay. I mean, I want you to discuss deeply about how did you analyze the mocks. Analyzing the mocks means what for you? What is analysis of the mocks for you? How did you
So could you
analyze the
repeat?
mocks?
I
Yeah,
lost my connection for a second. Could you
yeah.
repeat?
My question was, how did you analyze your mocks?
Analyze. Yeah, right. So analyze your marks basically refers to finding out which portions I'm weak at. Right. So as I said, time the examination. So by timing the examinations, you can figure out which questions I'm taking longer at. And therefore, these are the topics that are a point of contention to me. These are topics I have to mostly focus on because I have the rest handled. Right. For example, if there is some topic that I have already that I can easily finish a question in say 40-45 seconds, and then I will focus less on that topic because I've done that. I've done that. There's no point in doing it again. But if there's a question I'm getting stuck in, I'm taking a few minutes, things that could be crucial in doing other sums, things that I might be skipping to do other sums. Those I will specifically find out that question, solve it again, and find other questions of that type. Right. This is of course different for all students. Somebody may be very good at geometry or whatever, algebra. Again, this depends completely entirely on you, and through timing yourself, you can truly get what you are very good at and what you have to not focus on.
Cool, cool, Jishnu. So, and also, students, what I am trying to say, and what Jishnu is also trying to say, whenever you are analyzing mocks or whatever the mocks you have given, ensure you understand the concepts of every question. If you are weak in any concept, ensure you note it down somewhere and then understand that particular concept for that particular question. And if there is any topic where you are really good at, okay, ensure that you will be able to solve from that for sure. This is the time for you to play with your strengths. If at all you have any weaknesses, if at all those questions are coming in the mocks, it's okay, you will learn from them. You don't take any time out for any weaknesses of yours. By this time you must have realized what is your strength and what is your weakness. Whatever the marks that have been given to you, ensure you know each and every question and how to solve each and every question of it. Okay. So, Jishnu, coming to one of the important questions that I think all the students would love to hear from you. Uh, what was your thought process on the exam day before the exam?
Thought process, so it's a thing, right? Before the exam day, well, like one day before the exam day, I used to be like peak of my anxiety, right? Because, oh, tomorrow is the exam, I have to finish everything, I have to go through everything again. So before the examination, the thought process is very much centered towards what I cannot do rather than what I can do. Uh, Actually, you know what? This is also a learning I got from my father, who told me कि exam के एक दिन पहले कुछ भी thought process हो, on the day of the examination, you should be reasonably confident कि हाँ, this much I will do. See, on the day before the exam, it is natural to be anxious and like scared or whatever. That is natural. But on the few hours preceding the examination, on the morning of the examination, if it's afternoon or whatever, you should be absolutely confident कि you know what, I'm gonna do best. I know I have done everything, and I am reasonably confident that I can do good at the examination. It is a competitive examination, so of course, whether you crack it or not depends on others. But I will do my best. That is what you keep telling yourself, and eventually it ingrains itself in you.
Cool, Jishnu. Glad to know that. Uh, and even I say to the students that a lot, how whatever the stress, whatever the nervousness that you have to go through, this is the time. And the more you come near to the exam, it's all about believing in yourself. Whatever you have done, that will help you at the end of the day. Perfect. Uh,
Sir, I
yeah.
think I actually have a few questions here.
Uh-huh.
So should I address this?
I'll tell to the students, students don't ask any questions right now. We will answer all your queries after 15 to 20 minutes. But once we are done with all the basic questions, it might happen that you might know these questions. I mean, you might get answers for these questions before even you ask it. Okay, Jishnu, we will take the answers for those questions. Let them be there. Okay. So, Jishnu, what was your strategy for the exam, for the final exam, and for the mocks? How did you come up with your strategy for the final exam?
Well, sir, strategies are, of course, this is related to the analysis. Your strategy will mainly depend on how you analyzed your initial mocks. So, again, I said that thing about the timing, right? Strategy for the examination itself is when I'm doing a question, if it takes more than X amount of seconds, skip it, go to the next question. You don't, it's a competitive examination, you don't have time to fixate on one single question. Skip it, go to the next question, come back to it later if you can. Uh, Another is if you're doing a question very fast, right? If I finish the question in 10 seconds, I will not immediately go to the next question, right? So I will keep a range. This is the least amount of time I can take. This is the maximum amount of time I can take. If I take more than a maximum amount of time, I will skip to the next question. If I don't take enough time, I will recheck the question again. Because there's a good chance that you might have missed something, or it might be the question is very easy, of course, but it's always better to recheck.
Okay. So, Jishnu, I also say this to our students that they have to recheck the question, especially when it comes to short answer section, right? Can you just tell everybody if you remember what was your scores in short answer section, MCQ section, and VRC section?
It was actually that's been quite a while. I remember my VARC score, which was 172. I think
Yeah,
there's
yeah, it
180
was.
in that component, right? It was
Yeah,
172.
yeah,
Uh, and short answer and the MCQ section, I don't completely remember the score, but I think I got a well, what 30, 40 marks of the main cutoff, right? So I comfortably cleared it.
yeah. I know.
So
I remember
I
that
think I
you
did
getting
well.
overall score around 234, right?
Something like that. Something like that.
Overall score was 234. Your verbal score was 172, and your essay section was 24. I remember, and MCQ
Hmm.
section came around 46 or 56.
Something
That
like
was
that.
the range,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So when Jishnu was telling that you should have the range for the minimum time and the maximum time, that is very, 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 very important for anybody who cracks this exam. So Jishnu, when you said that you have this maximum time that you keep as a limit for solving any question, what is that maximum time for that question?
Well, of course, every person has their own view of how much time I should take. But I personally kept key. Okay, if I am taking more than 40 seconds to do a question, or any quants question. It is taking me too long. I need to go to the next question. I am fixating on it.
Hmm.
Minimum time, if it is taking me less than 10 seconds, okay, this is either very easy, like irrationally easy, or I have done something wrong, or I'm missing something, or I haven't read the question correctly. 10 to 40 seconds. Very simple baseline. Nothing too complicated.
Okay. So I also say to students that all of you guys do not spend more than 2 minutes on any question in the first round itself. That will become a crime because you may miss out on the easier questions which are at the end. If at all you are complaining to me saying that after the exam, sir, I did not have time to go through a particular question, that means it's not the exam's mistake, it's your mistake. You should be smart enough because this is a competitive exam. You should be good enough in skipping the exam rather than picking the exam. No, skipping the question rather than picking the question. Okay. Cool, Vishnu. And one more question that I want to ask is regarding how did you manage your health during the last days of your preparation?
Health, very important, sir. Especially if you get sick or something during the day of the examination, it will be a huge factor in how it goes. So of course, take a lot of care. Eat your nutrients, whatever. That all you have to take care of. Try to avoid eating outside. It's just 5-10 days, people. It's not a very long time to stop eating out. You can eat after the examination. Uh, these are very little sacrifices you have to make if you want to, be at 100% during the examination. You don't want to overeat or undereat before the examination. Even that comes into play, especially because it's a timed examination in which like thousands of people are giving it. Right, with the smallest factors can absolutely play a part in how well you are doing in it. So I think stick to home cooked food. Don't eat more than you think, or don't stop eating. That's also not a good thing. You don't want to give an exam hungry. Trust me, it doesn't go well. I tried it in exams here, it doesn't go well. So home cooked food, full nutrition, avoid outside. That's it.
Cool, Vishnu. That's glad to know. And I want to say each and every one of you for the coming 10 days, whatever may be your cravings, just hold on to them. Once your exams are over, we all together will go out and have fun. We have a good, nice party, and then we'll have nice food. We also have your farewell, by the way, next month. Okay, it will be June 23rd. I'll send you the uh, date and form for you also to fill. So ensure this coming 10 days your health is your utmost priority. Ensure that you sleep at least 8 hours a day. I mean, approximately 8 to 9 hours a day. That has to be maintained for sure. And also, whenever you're giving mock, especially for IPM at Indore, the Indore mock is on uh, 23rd May at 2 p.m. Right? It starts from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So whenever you give Indore mock, ensure that you will give that mock at the same time, 2 to 4. Okay, so as Jishnu had said, rightly said, ensure you eat home cooked food as much as possible. Even those students who are away from the home and staying in PGs and then preparing, ensure that you are sticking to less oily food, sticking to salads as much as possible if possible, and don't go for any fancy items or fancy foods right now or fast foods. Okay, Jishnu, what were your sleeping patterns during your preparation?
Sleep, yes, yes. I'm glad you brought up that point. Sleep is again a very, very underrated part of the examinations. Not just the day before the examination, but the days of preparation as well. Because you lose 1 hour of sleep, you lose at least 1 hour of preparation. You will not be able to concentrate well. So, as Sir said, try to get 8 hours of sleep. I know you must have to probably compromise a little bit because you are studying at the end. So, but try to get a minimum of like 6 to 8 hours of sleep because that is necessary for functioning at 100%. It doesn't have to be like sleep 8 in the morning. Sorry, in the night. Maybe you'll need to break it down into power naps. Maybe you'll need to sleep in the afternoon for an hour or so. Whatever you feel comfortable doing. But the point is get adequate rest. So sleeping pattern for me was I used to sleep, I think 1.5 to 2 hours in the afternoon, and at night I used to sleep for another 5 to 7 hours. Right, that will give the 7 hours is too much. Okay, 5 to 6 hours. 5 to 6 hours plus that 1.5 to 2 hours of sleep in the afternoon will give you an adequate amount of rest. So that for me worked best. This can absolutely be different for any of you. but try to keep a baseline of 6 to 8 hours of sleep.
Cool. Perfect, Jishnu. That's what I wanted to say. Guys, it's also good to have power naps in afternoons, but ensure you don't take those naps at 2 p.m. because 2 p.m. your mind has to be super sharp. It should be craving for the questions to solve because your biological clock will be set by your body. If at all you're sleeping at 2 p.m. on daily basis, even on the exam day, you might get sleepy. So let's make not happen. Let's make that not happen. Okay. And Jishnu, coming to the most important thing, in this meeting, not only the students in this session, we have also parents along with their kids. I'm sure your parents would have played a lot of role in your preparation. I just want you to speak about it. What was your role of parents in your preparation?
Yes, parents played a role of paramount importance in my preparation. Uh, they, it's not just, it's support and help, right? For example, if I'm struggling with a question, I'm getting frustrated in the examination or in my practice, my parents would always be there behind me to be like, okay, you know what, calm down, take a 5 minute break, then do this practice again, because getting frustrated and wasting another 15 minutes is worse. Right. Another thing is, if I'm not sleeping at the correct time, my parents will come to my room and tell me, Jishnu, go to sleep right now. Okay. Because rather you get a good night's rest than do two extra questions. Because while yes, the questions might help, the sleep will help even more. Right. If you get your baseline amount of sleep, not oversleep, of course, like sir said, of course. Take if you get your baseline amount of sleep, it will make sure your concentration and your thinking faculty is at 100%, and that will help you crack even the tougher questions. Right. Um, Apart from that, my parents also ensured that I didn't eat outside as all at all, home cooked food and everything. They were completely like, no, we will, even if you want to, we will not allow you. No, 10 days they will have like, for the parents that are on here, 10 days you will have to keep your children at like a very short leash, right? Because it's obvious people will want to like do things that are not, that might be a little detrimental to the preparation. It's just for 10 days, guys. After
Yeah.
that, it is back to celebration.
Cool. So during the time of preparation, what were their expectations, Vishnu?
Yeah, it's a my expectations. Of course, they expected me to do decently in the examination. They were like, you know what, we're not going to tell you or directly harp out or pressure on you so that you don't, overthink it and get in your head. Uh, but what they did expect was for do
Vishnu, your
whatever is
voice.
required to do.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Just last sentence got your audio out. Can you repeat that? What they
Yeah, sure.
expected from that? Yeah.
So my parents didn't directly tell me, ki, oh, this, my marks is what I expect from you, to not put pressure on me, so that it wouldn't get in my head. Instead, what they did was, we are happy and we love you anyway, beta, but we expect you to do your best. We expect you to keep 100% competition, 100% concentration, and we expect you to be like well rested and well fed. We will do anything we can to help that. And on the examination day, you will. We have faith that you will take care of the rest.
Perfect, Vishnu. So all the parents who is listening to this, I want to say that uh, I confidently can say that your bacha has been doing so great here. He or she has been putting so much effort. I have been observing each and every student here. Okay. Just let them be themselves and try to help them and try to support them as much as possible. You don't need to pressurize them. Any topper who has ever been produced has never been pressurized by their parents. I think you all parents will remember that. Cool. Thanks, Vishnu, for giving us light on this. And I just wanted to ask you, Indore was the last exam before the JIPMAT even last year, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
before that, you had Rohtak also, and you had NPAT and SET also, right? What all the other exams you gave apart from Indore?
Uh, sir, this is an interesting question because in this particular field, I didn't give any other exam. I was very confident that, you know what, this is the exam I want to give. This is the only institute I have a dream of going to, and this
Mm-hmm.
is what I will give my 100% at.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When I got the results, I was sitting in an engineering college already. I
Hmm.
was already sitting in an engineering college and I was ready to do my engineering. Then I got my result. Oh, you have been selected here and you can come to IIM Indore. So that's the only exam I gave. But
So,
of course,
hmm,
yeah, people would generally give multiple examinations.
hmm.
So I know there's some overlap in the syllabus and the questions and whatever, but you have to make sure that you take care of the specific details of every examination as well. The time you take or what pattern of the questions they mostly give, whatever.
Cool, cool, Jishnu. So Indore was only in your mind, and that's the only thing that you have been practicing. Perfect. So, just whatever you want to say for all our students for the last 10 days from your side, just tell them I am done with my questions. Then we'll take up the students' questions.
So everyone, just have faith in yourself. I'm sure 100% of you, all of you, have worked hard. I'm sure sir is also completely invested in making you work hard as well. Your parents are behind you, sir is behind you, your own effort is behind you. You'll do great.
That's glad to hear, Vishnu. Students, if at all you have any parents, any doubts you have, anything you want to ask me or Jishnu, please write in the chat box. We will try to answer your questions. Jishnu, whatever the questions you have got, just try to answer them one by one.
Yeah, sure. So the first question I got was, how much did you get in mock tests? So again, honestly, it's been a while, but I remember that I got good marks in my mock test. I wouldn't say ki, oh, I got AI 1 level marks in my mock test, but I made sure to give my best in my mock test and did quite well. Right. And even if you didn't do that well in a mock test or anything, it's no reason to lose heart. It is not the end of the world. You can definitely improve and do better. And if you're already doing better, then there is no reason to get complacent either. Okay, you have to maintain that level. Another one question I got is, can seeing all concept videos once again of all the sections of quants help in exam? Good question actually. All concept videos, I mean, okay, they are videos and they will tell you all the concepts, but again, obviously they'll have to save a bit of time, right? So they won't focus on the very minor details of every single concept. So my my personal advice is to watch those videos way before the examination, right? For if it 10 days to go, so watch it right now, and the very few days before the examinations, focus on your weak points, which you will have identified by then by giving mock test or whatever, right? So what topics can be skipped from
One
number
second, Jishnu.
system?
I would also want to add to that question. Watching concept videos. See, rather than watching concept videos, whatever the videos you have already seen, ensure to complete the videos by today or tomorrow or day after tomorrow and make a notes of it. It takes very less time for you to go through the notes. And also, I have shared with you all Quant ka Formula ka book in the uh, group. Okay, ensure you go through that so that you will cover almost all the things. Right? If at all you are weak in anything, just have a glance on that. But if you're good at anything, make sure you be super good at it, right? Cool, Jishnu.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So the next question I got is, what topics can be skipped from number system, arithmetic, etc.? None. None. All topics have to be done. I'm sorry, there is no skipping topics. Any one question can make and break this one.
Okay, at this point of the time, you don't need to worry about what to choose and what to pick. I would say whatever you're not good at, it's okay, skip them, but whatever you got, you pick them and do your best in that. But whatever the questions that come in the mock, ensure you understand them, understand the concept of it, you're sorted. Okay, then Pradeep has one question from my side, Jishnu. You said you were concerned about quant. What was your strategy related to quant, and what is the advice for somebody who is relatively weak in quant?
Yeah. So this is a good question. We actually have quite a number of people who are non-math. Right. So they haven't taken maths in their or whatever in their plus two, and therefore they're of course not as well acquainted in the subject as somebody who has taken science might be. So it's not an issue, right? Strategy wise, you have to do the material that sir gives you. You have to go through everything that sir gives you, and you'll be on the same level as anyone else giving the examination, right? Because it is about specifically preparing for the examination, and not trying to do everything and then ending up doing nothing. Focus on your weak parts. You will know your weak parts better than I do, right? I can give you general advice, but if you do your mocks, if you analyze your mocks, you will know that these are the topics I'm not doing well at. These are the topics I have to focus on.
Cool.
So,
Jishnu, before you go for the next question, the same person has one more question. What should be the order of preference among Indore, Rohtak, Jammu, Bodh Gaya, Ranchi, Tapni, Nirma, Kakinada? I'll tell you the preference, Mr. Pradeep. It should be Indore, then Rohtak, then goes Ranchi, then goes Jammu, then goes Bodh Gaya, Nirma. Sorry, before even Jammu and Bodh Gaya, you can go for IIFT Kakinada, then go for Jammu and Bodh Gaya, then go for Tapmi. Yeah, this should be the order of preference. Yeah, Jishnu, you can go for the next question.
so the next question I got was, how much time do you spend to analyze a mock? Again, I like to keep a bit of order in that sense. This is the time I will take, regardless of what happens. I think I took if it's a 2 hour thing, I will give at least 2.5 hours. Analyzing takes more time than solving the question. So if I will take half an hour extra, I will add that to the exam time. I will then spend that much time analyzing the exam. That is in my for work best for me to do what to do completely analyze what I am currently doing in the mocks. But of course, whatever you're comfortable with would work best for you. Uh, okay. The next question: how can I improve critical reasoning and PR's jumbles? Uh, for any single questions, just solve more.
Yeah.
Solve more. Do source material. It's the only way to improve.
See, at this point of time, don't think about improving something else in which you are not good at. At this point of the time, just concentrate on what you are already good at. And मॉक्स में जो भी क्वेश्चंस आया उसको आप पढ़ो बस उससे ज्यादा नहीं and conceptual clarifications conceptual enhancements if you need you can always get back to me or you can always contact Nandini ma'am. Okay, there is no special mantra for you to become good at certain concepts unless and until you are exposed to that and then you have understood them, right? Any more questions you have, Jishnu, to answer?
Yeah, I have one question has been repeated. That's how long were you preparing for IPM? I was preparing for IPMAT as long as I joined Source Institute. Before that, I didn't know if it existed. It's still not a very well-known course, which is, you know what, that might actually play in your favor. This is not an exam which 20 lakh people give, and you don't have to worry that much about competition. So you have a very good chance of doing well in this. Take that in your mind. You're competing against relatively less people, and your marks will matter more. You will do well. Uh, Now nowhere. I love this place. What were your strong points and points? Yeah. Sorry, you want to say?
No, 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 nothing. I think if at all any important questions that come to me, guys, if at all you want to ask any more questions to Jishnu, you can contact me. I'll send the questions to Jishnu. Jishnu will answer them. And I hope we have covered the important questions for you all. Just ensure that these 10 days you will not feel pressurized, you will not feel nervousness, you will not feel scared. The only thing you will concentrate is mock, analyze it, mock, analyze it, mock, analyze it. All the mocks that have been given to you till now, every mock का every question आपको solution आना चाहिए. And also जो भी आपकी strengths है उसको और strengthen करो ताकि अंदर D-Day you will do better, right? And one more thing, from 15th onwards, maybe we are already on 12th. Ensure that 15 say 20, those 5 days, apart from the marks, PYQs have to be done at any cost. PYQs, without solving PYQs, you can't give IPMAT Indore. The reason being, I guarantee, I'll tell you that 10 to 15% of the questions, I'm not the exact questions, but concepts or the models, same questions will repeat. So 10 to 15% of the questions will be like, yeah, I've already seen this. That will only happen if you solve the PYQs, right? Cool. What should I practice more than the last time? My strongest part were verbal. I'll learn more concepts. Sanidhya, you are good at verbal, so just go for it. Guys, individual strategies, if at all you want to discuss, I am there for you. I'll be coming tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be doing your mock analysis from 12 to 12:30 to 2 p.m. You all have given mocks. If at all you haven't given the mock Elite 12, make sure you give it today and then attend tomorrow's session for sure. There we will be discussing your strategies individually. There you can meet me personally to discuss the same, right? So for the last 10 days, this is what we have for you. And Vishnu, want to say you all the best. Ensure utilize your time, sleep well, have a good healthy lifestyle, eat well, and then we will rock in the exam. And then we will meet Jishnu Sen right in the IM in the next year. Fine. Rahul, you can discuss with me personally. Thanks, Vishnu. Thanks for your time. Your exams are done. I know your trimester is done. Have some good fun time and then get back to your studies. Take care, rock and roll your
Yes, sir.
IPM.
Absolutely.
I am in the life. Thank you.
I hope to see you all here.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Thanks, guys. With that, I'm done for the day. See you all tomorrow at the mock analysis. Take care. Thank you, guys.